What's up, guys? Here we go. Another edition of PK Unmiked. We've been doing these for the last couple weeks now, since the beginning of the year, actually end of last year. Been fun. Just my opportunity to get out and talk. Whoever wants to listen can listen. I can care less. It's really about just getting involved and getting uncomfortable for me, and it's exactly doing that. Been kind of streamlining these and like, what do we talk about? What do we need to talk about? Starting to find the voice. A lot of feedback on the Jiu Jitsu, on the journey, like where that's going. Also, I'm gonna start doing some product information. So for you guys that don't know, I've been doing Herbalife now for 8 years. It's unbelievable that it's been that long since I've been doing these amazing products and then turned into a business, which has been awesome for me and my family. In fact, really excited we qualified for a trip to the Bahamas. So Herbalife's going to be taking me and my family to the Bahamas in June. And I know there should be a disclaimer in here somewhere. I can't find it, but you know, it's based on hard work, skill set, being coachable, and putting the time and effort into it as you do anything else in your life if you want to see success. And then sometimes what PK and Mike is really about is I was a pastor's kid growing up. I saw a lot of things in the church, gave my life to Christ when I was younger, but I didn't really understand what it meant to have a relationship with him until college. And then after I graduated college, all the way through where I'm at now, almost 18 years, it's been this amazing journey. At times, that amazingness was not fun. It was awful. I didn't know what was going on. I was making poor choices. I was just going through the ups and downs of life, and God used all those times to grow me closer to him. Sometimes it took me longer to accept that, and really help me find my purpose on what I'm created to do. And I tell my team all the time that you were created with a purpose and for a purpose, and the way you find that purpose is continuing to get uncomfortable. And so I challenge my team, my customers, to always find those things that are uncomfortable for them, that causes change, which causes strength, which causes them to become just a little bit more. And through that, God uses that to help you find your purpose and the passions on your heart, and puts you in places where you need to be. And so let's update you guys a little bit on this Jiu Jitsu journey. So I've been doing it now since middle of July of last year, 2020. So let's see, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yes, I still count my fingers. So about 6 months now. I'm a white belt, 2-stripe. It's been awesome. It's been fun. One of the first things I remember about my free class was the physicalness, like how much I missed it to be physical with strength. And second lesson I really remember is how humbling it is, because it doesn't matter how big or strong you are. If you don't have technique and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get choked out. In fact, I got choked out by a girl that's half my size, and that's the moment I said, you know what, I'm in for life. Because just the opportunity that that brings, right? That doesn't matter who you are, what you do. That I was someone that always judged, right? Whether I want to admit that or not, judging people based on a lot of different factors. And Jiu-Jitsu just has really brought me to this place of, it doesn't matter what the person looks like, or how much money the person has, or what they drive, or whatever else you judge people on. All that matters is that you have a strong technique and a foundation, and a calmness about yourself to continue advancing, right? You don't know if that guy over there that doesn't look like much can come over there and do some move, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, your arm's about to break, right? I love that aspect of it, because I think life lessons are so far entrenched in this that I'm still figuring out. Like, I am a rookie. I am blue. I am green. In fact, I made a post today that it's crazy in 45 minutes where it feels like you're finally getting it, you're starting to understand it, and then the next second you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. And so if you're not involved in or haven't ever tried it, I encourage you guys to go find a cool gym next to you guys and go ahead, take advantage of it. See if it's for you. See why everyone loves it that gets involved with it. It doesn't matter how out of shape you are. It doesn't matter if you're in great shape. Just go do it. It's designed for everybody. And if you're in the Rockwell area, I got a great gym for you. So message me and get after it. In fact, I'm trying to get my kids involved in it, and because it's something I wish I would have learned when I was their age. I was 39 when I started. I'll be 40 this coming May, and wish I would have started way back when I got out of college and someone took me to a gym like this, but I wasn't interested because he was trying to pitch to me MMA. I was like, I'm just too pretty to get hit in the face. And so didn't get involved, didn't want to do that, got involved with other things. Being an athlete, I was always doing triathlons and different physical challenges. And this is by far one of the biggest physical and mental challenges on a weekly basis. And loving it. Got a tournament coming up in February and then another one in March, and then we'll see from there what the rest of the year looks like. And it's fun because you're able to fit it around growing a business, around the family, and yet I still get my physical exercise and get the physicalness out. So go try Jiu Jitsu. So what I want to talk about tonight is one of my favorite products, and it fits really well with the first section of it because my body's really sore, right? My body doesn't handle like it did when I was 21, 22, 23 years old. And so often when I get home, I'm sore, I'm tired, my body takes longer to recover. And so one of my favorite products that Herbalife has is something called Nightworks. Oh, look, the label's green, and so it's going to be clear like my background. And so what Nightworks is, it's just L-arginine, L-citrulline. It supports the body nitric oxide production and circulatory and vascular health. Let me sum that up for you. So your body naturally produces nitric oxide. All this product does is helps increase that, which helps increase better blood flow. When you have better blood flow, your body just works better. You have more energy, more alertness. I take this every single night before I go to sleep. It helps me sleep better. I sleep deeper, and I feel refreshed when I get up. In fact, it was created by Louis Ignarro, who won the Nobel Laureate in medicine, which is basically the Nobel Prize for medicine. And he made it because most heart attacks happen at night. And so he wanted to increase the blood flow to your heart so heart attack won't happen. It decreases the chances, right? And I use it myself every night. And sometimes I put it in my water before my workouts to increase blood flow. And so Nightworks, great product. If you have a question about that, shoot me a message. I'd love to talk to you about that and get it going. All right, last thing we're going to talk about tonight is the Bible, right? Pastor's kid. Something I do, something I try to get into every single day. And I've been on this kick of reading the Old Testament. So I had COVID back in early December. I was bored out of my mind in my room. How many books, how many movies, what can you do? I finished all my work. I was just bored. I said, what book of the Bible have I not read? I picked up the book of Amos. Oh my goodness, my mind just slipped. I am Amos right now. Book of Joel. And so the book of Joel is basically a bunch of locusts take over this country. It was they just swarmed everything in the houses, in eating up their fields, making life miserable. It was like the pandemic of 2020. It's still going on today. And it's just incredible to me how it's related so well on what the people were dealing with, what they were experiencing, and then how they handled it, right? And Joel really comes up and say the way you're going to handle this is through prayer, through fasting, and to turning to God. And I don't know how you handle the situations you're doing right now that the world is throwing at us. What I often question is I don't know how you handle it without a faith. Like that's the only thing that's kept me grounded because I know there's a greater purpose in all of it. I know that there's hope at the end of it. And I know that there's a special plan for each of us, whether it seems miserable right now, whether it gets worse, whether it gets really good. I just know that He is in complete control. My faith is in that. And, it doesn't mean it makes the life any easier for me. I have to make tough decisions as things happen around me. I have to figure out how to protect my family. I have to figure out to provide for my family and continue on life and giving them the strength, which gets tiresome sometimes. And my wife is amazing because she's such a strong woman. So it doesn't mean that life gets easy. All it means is I'm able to put my faith into a foundation that's something so strong and so stable. And so now I'm reading through the book of Amos, and funny enough, another book I have never read, and I'm going through it, and it just opens up. I'm through 3 chapters of it now, and it's just all these little, I'm not sure if they're It's about Israel, to Israel. So these little divisions of Israel and how these lands have turned away from God for a lot of different reasons, from slavery to corruption in the government to not taking care of the poor to taking advantage of others in their city. And it's just all these different ways that this city has turned so bad that God's like, look, you need to turn around, fast, and pray, and turn back to me. And it just kind of like gets to me. Like, I think you see people on both sides of what is going on in this country. I'm talking about Christians specifically. Christians are yelling to the other side, the right to the left, and Christians on the left are yelling to the right. And somewhere the truth is in the middle. And when the answer is in Christ, but because of the way individuals are acting, I think it turns away a lot of people. And so, and I've learned a lesson. I wish I could sit here and tell you I had it all planned out and I knew exactly what I was doing, but I don't. And it's a journey and it's a growing. And like Jiu Jitsu earlier, you have to humble yourself because we don't have all the answers. You may think you're the biggest, strongest, smartest person out there, but anybody can catch you at any given time and choke you out. And it takes a humbling response to learn and grow from that and make adjustments in your game. And so if you're sitting there and you're so extreme on one side or the other, I promise you you're blinded by the truth that's right in the middle. And eventually it's going to choke you out. And so just some thoughts for you on tonight's PK I'm Mic'd. Always love your comments, your feedback. If there's anything I can do for you, whether it's prayer or through good nutrition, let me know. Let's get after this. Let's make 21 the year to remember. You guys have a great night. Let's go.